Yes people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm AdamMcKola, and in this video I will be telling you why Manchester United should sign Ivan Toney. I said it last summer. I was saying Manchester United should go out and sign Ivan Toney. Obviously we had a few areas that we needed to strengthen in, and we managed to do that: centre back, midfield, winger positions. We've still got holes though at right back, in midfield and in forward positions. And with Cristiano Ronaldo likely to leave the club, possibly in January, definitely next summer, Manchester United need to strengthen their forward line. Anthony Martial, as much as I love him and as good as I think he can be for Erik ten Hag, has been injured. He's shown his issues. United need to bring in a player that can play in the front three for Manchester United, and I believe Ivan Toney is that man. Make sure you lot are hitting that subscribe button, you're liking, commenting, sharing, all that jazz as well. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What do you think about Ivan Toney? And are there any other players you'd like United to sign in those forward positions? And if you didn't know, I've started doing Twitch content too. So twitch.tv/AdamMcKola, links in the description, is also the place to be. I'm doing poker videos over there, football chat videos, longer in-depth chats about Manchester United, the Premier League, Q&As, etc. And also when FIFA drops and Football Manager drops, we'll be playing a little bit of that as well. So head over to Twitch and join us there. Now let's have a little bit of a chat about Ivan Toney and a look back at his career. Now he's 26 years old, so he comes at this point in time, you know, you'd expect he'll leave Brentford soon. His next move is going to be the move where he'll be playing his peak years of football. He's 26 years old. He's born on the 16th of March 1996. Now he's risen through the ranks in English football, despite a short stint at Newcastle where he only played 4 times, and I think he made like a short substitute appearance before he went out on loan and things like that, and was eventually sold. He has made a rise from League 2, League 1 to the Championship, eventually to the Premier League, and scoring goals in the Premier League for fun. Now, in League 2, he got 11 goals in 53 appearances from 2012 to 15, playing for Northampton. In League 1, he got 40 goals in 76 appearances between 2015 and 2020, playing for Barnsley, Shrewsbury, Scunthorpe, Wigan, and ending up at Peterborough. He left Peterborough for Brentford. And in the Championship, he scored 31 goals in 45 appearances in one season in the Championship, which resulted in Brentford coming up to the Premier League, where he's then gone on to score 17 goals in 40 games. He's made an impressive start to this season, getting goals and assists as well, scoring a hat-trick, a very, very impressive hat-trick. So he's shown his rise, he's shown he's continued to score goals consistently, and he's continued to improve as a player as he's risen through the ranks. And I think that what that shows you, I think there's a bit of an impression about Ivan Toney that he's a bit of a clown and a bit of an idiot, and he's got a bit of an attitude problem because of a few videos that have circulated online of him. But I think what that shows you is he must train well. He must continue to improve. He takes his manager's instructions, he's hungry for it, and he wants to continue to learn and play his trade at the highest level possible. Playing in the Premier League now, he'll know this is a big opportunity for him because he's been there through League 2, League 1 and the Championship. And he's shown this season he's been taking it. Also last season, I know Christian Eriksen went there, and he was a massive part in keeping Brentford up. But Ivan Toney was the man getting the large share of the goals and making sure that Brentford stayed in the Premier League. I think Thomas Frank's a fantastic coach as well. And when you look at what Thomas Frank demands from his players in terms of tactically, off the ball, on the ball, positionally, I think it shows you as well that Ivan Toney must be soaking that up and applying it on the football pitch well. His manager trusts him. Brentford got a bargain, by the way. They paid £5 million for him, with it increasing to £10 million with add-ons. His current contract expires in June 2025, so you're looking in the January transfer window, and next summer he'll have 2 years left on his deal. And his transfer market value on their website is £36 million. Now that will take into consideration his contract length, that will take into consideration how much Brentford bought him for, but I think that doesn't take into consideration reality, how expensive players are that are English and playing in the Premier League and scoring goals for fun. I think that will mean that his price will definitely be it, you know, possibly double that, if not more. But Brentford, having only spent £5 to £10 million on him, they can get 50, 60 million. They're more than, you know, five-folded that 50 mil profit. It'd be incredible. So I think there's a deal that could be done there for Manchester United. And when you look at Brentford's highest fees that they've received, it was a £30 million for Ollie Watkins in 2020. Benrahma was £20 million. Neil Maupay, £14 million. Obviously £30 million for Ollie Watkins is a lot of money in 2020. But they've shown there, from their model and from the recruitment that they have and the coaching that they have, that they will bring players in, develop them, sell them for a profit, and then move on to the next one. Now, if you look at the player's strengths and why I want Manchester United to buy him, you look at how good he is aerially. He's so strong. He wins a lot of his aerial duels. His through balls and his link-up play. He's not just a powerhouse that will win long balls. He can get the ball down on the floor and link up with his teammates as well. His key passes, he makes a lot of key passes for Brentford. His direct free kicks and his penalties. We've seen he can score free kicks. We can see he can take penalties. So he's got more to his arsenal than just being a player that plies his trade in the 16-yard box, or the 18-yard box rather. He also makes huge defensive contributions as well. And he gets fouled quite a lot, which again shows you how good he is. He can win set pieces for you. You know, when he holds the ball up, defenders coming in from behind, their only choice is to foul him a lot of the times. That will win you free kicks, which you then build from attacks further and higher up the pitch. He can drop deep, as we've said, link up the play, or he can play on the last shoulder of the defender. That's what I like about him as well, his ability to do both parts of the game. He's got both sides in his locker. He's got a physical presence. He's happy to scrap, but he's also happy to play football. He's got a tactical awareness as shown from his time at Brentford and working with Thomas Frank. And I think he's a player that would absolutely work a treat playing for Erik ten Hag. Now, one of the bonuses about him is he gets under the skin of Arsenal fans, players and staff. That's always a bonus, you know what I mean? We've seen him rattle their cages previously before, so much so that they held on to it for a few years and they bring it up in dressing rooms every single opportunity they can get. So it's good to see he's able to rattle opposition as well. And I think there's a story at the moment that Manchester United gets £70 million in January. And if Manchester United gets £70 million in January, I will be chucking it all at Ivan Toney. That is for sure. Because I don't think there's many other, you know, massive options for Manchester United in terms of signing strikers, especially ones that are Premier League proven, got their best years ahead of him. You could probably get him at a buy. Like, who else out there? We have to spend 100 million. The talk about for Osimhen, how much money did they want for him? I think Ivan Toney come in, and whilst it would be an expensive deal, I think you could possibly get a much better deal out of Brentford. There's a possibility as well that he goes to the World Cup. Now, luckily Kane is England's main man, so Ivan Toney is probably not going to get many minutes unless he's injured. Although, with his trajectory and how good he is, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes out there, has a great World Cup, and adds a few 10, 20 million more onto his price tag. But Man United should be getting in there and getting a deal done ASAP. We need a striker, don't we? We need a right back. We need a midfielder. We need a striker, and we need a winger. Get that striker sorted in January. Focus on the rest in the summer. Go and get Ivan Toney. You know it makes sense. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're keeping it liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Until next time, I'll be back with plenty more. I'm out of here.